laughing and sharing stories and songs back and forth while enjoying a handsome Johnny, vodka and ginger ale, John's cocktail of choice. Losing John means that life for me and my family will never be the same. But we are fortunate and grateful that John left a unique body of work along with a huge community of loyal fans and music lovers. His live performances and recordings over a 5-decade career form a legacy that we proudly continue to represent and bring to new audiences every day. Above all, I'm grateful for the friendships that John and I made together. Tom is one of those friends, and this book is now a valuable and unique part of the legacy of our beloved John. Author's note. John said he never wanted to write a memoir, and I was more than surprised when he asked me to collaborate with him on writing one. We had known one another for less than 2 years, since the couple of days I spent with him in Florida for a little road trip that became the article Living in the Present with John Prine for the Oxford American. John had a truly unique voice, not just in the songs he wrote and the way he performed them, but in his everyday speech, his offhand remarks, his emails, and even his brief texts. The memoir was to be in his words, and he trusted me to be able to convey his thoughts and his sound onto the page. He did not want a sequential life story. His mind worked elusively, made connections through images and rhythms, and he had a horror of getting trapped in a forced march through every detail of his life. On the final weekend of February 2020, we got together in Nashville for what we thought would be the first in a series of sessions. He talked about his memories of his youth in Maywood, Illinois, his parents and their background in western Kentucky, his early days in Nashville, his friendship with the legendary producer and songwriter Cowboy Jack Clement, and much more. The shape the conversation took, his voice, his thoughts in his words, his presence, all came through in the recordings of those 2 days. At the end of the weekend, we made a plan for me to return 2 weeks later for a second installment. That meeting was not to be. And 6 weeks later, on April 7th, 2020, John died of complications from COVID-19. John, as I knew him, always lived in the present, even when he was off in his own thoughts. He loved playing music, on stage or off, eating and hanging out with friends and family, shooting pool, driving around, being. The moment was what mattered. He also had a strong sense of the finitude of it all, which was perhaps why he valued the present so much. Part of that sense of the present was the fact that in any relationship, sooner or later, one of you would be saying goodbye. This isn't a biography of John Prine or a chronicle of John's musical development, a critical assessment, an oral history, or a study of his influence on American culture. Those books will come, I'm sure. What started as a memoir in his voice changed inevitably into a book about friendship and loss, that friendship and that loss, a portrait, the best I can deliver, of John and of our friendship as he made the most of the final 2 years of his life. Tom Piazza, New Orleans, October 2024. Part 1, Chapter 1. I'm leaning against a cherry red 1977 Coupe de Ville at a Citgo station in Gulfport, Florida, waiting for the car's owner to emerge from the attached convenience store. It's got to be at least 95 degrees out here, and the heat waves coming off the football field-size hood are hypnotic. They bring out the deep luster of the paint job, with its overtones of nail polish, lipstick, and Mad Dog 2020. It takes a while, But John Prine finally appears, wearing a big smile.
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.